Hello and welcome to the PBL module, part of the My Blend experience. This screencast is designed as a quick overview of assignments to complete, as well as how to complete them. Prior to diving into the module, please click on the About section. Here you'll find information related to the hopeful outcomes of the module, a description of the module, norms for the module, as well as the facilitators. Please know that we're here to support any questions that may arise during your experience within the My Blend module. Towards the bottom, you'll see a resource listed as Timeline. This timeline is a helpful resource that has estimated times to complete the learning experiences. It's vital to know our estimated timeline throughout the module in order to continue to work through the learning that is provided. When clicking back to the stream, you'll notice that the first section has Getting Started. If you click on the PBL Learning and Implementation log, this is a resource that you will be using all throughout the module. Anything highlighted in this resource is noted as something that you will reflect upon and use as you complete the components throughout the module. Components that are not highlighted, responses will be responded to elsewhere. The PBL module timeline is also listed here as well. Taking a look at Component 1, Component 1 is designed to highlight and outline the what and why behind PBL. Here you'll have an opportunity to read a couple articles, watch a video around project-based learning, and when you're finished with those two items, please complete the PBL component completion submissions. You will be completing this form after every component within the module. You'll include your first and last name, your building, and then the component that you've completed. For this example that we just reviewed, we would click on component number 1, and then include a link to the PBL Learning and Implementation log where you reflected on the videos and the articles, and copy and paste that link from the log into your form below. Component number 2 is around the 6 A's of designing a project. Here you'll have an opportunity to read about the 6 A's of designing a project. Then we ask that you reflect on the questions listed here. You'll reflect on those questions within the comment box down below, and then please come back and revisit the comment box and comment on another peer's statement. There are some helpful prompts that you might consider using, such as, might you consider, or this is something that I've tried. Once you've made your own comment and then commented on a peer, you can click on the PBL Component Completion Submissions form, and again include your first and last name, your building, component number 2, and then copy and paste the comments that you've made within the comment box on the main page. Component number 3 highlights the differences and similarities between project-based learning and problem-based learning. There are a couple different articles that you are to read during this opportunity. And then also by clicking on the Venn diagram, this is where you can document your learning and thinking. So identifying similarities between project-based and problem-based learning, as well as differences. Once you've completed the Venn diagram, you can click again on the PBL Component Completion Submissions form and include your first and last name, your building, component number 3, and then a link to the Venn diagram. So copying and pasting the link of the Venn diagram. Getting ready for component number 4. This component is going to be an opportunity for you to explore an example of a PBL experience that took place right here at College Community School District. During this component, we ask that participants draw connections between the PBL experience that is listed, the junk detective, and also between the 6 A's of designing a project. Once you've had an opportunity to take a look at the junk detective PBL and comparing it to the 6 A's of designing projects, please take an opportunity to reflect upon similarities or connections that you made within your learning and implementation log. Again, you'll come back to your PBL Component Completion Submissions form, include your first and last name, your building, component number 4, and then a link to your PBL Learning and Implementation log. Component number 5. During component number 5, you will have the chance to get into different PBL experiences and explore what they can look like in the classroom. During this component, you'll have an opportunity to reflect and identify how what you reviewed might help you when you begin to move forward with designing your own project. So picking some components or picking some PBL experiences to review, and then reflecting in your learning and implementation log in regards to how it might help you during the design stage of your project. Once you've responded in the learning and implementation log, you'll complete the form, clicking on component number 5 and copying and pasting your PBL learning and implementation log within the survey. Component number 6 is designing PBL at CCSD. During this, you'll have an opportunity to browse through some different resources listed within the component. You'll have an opportunity to proactively think and reflect upon barriers that you might run into when designing your project. Your reflection will be documented in your PBL learning and implementation log. Once you've reflected in your learning and implementation log, please complete your completion submissions form, clicking on component number 6, and copying and pasting your PBL learning and implementation log into the Google form. Component number 7 will be the opportunity for you to actually start diving into designing your own project. So you have an idea, you're ready to go, you're ready to move forward with it. Here you're going to have a chance to browse through another resource listed and then record and reflect upon your progress and your learning within your planning for your PBL. So once you've had an opportunity to review the resource, reflect in your learning and implementation log, please complete the PBL component completion submissions form, identifying component number 7 and copying and pasting your implementation log into the link here, or linking it here. Component number 8 is when you're in the process of implementing a project. So this is going to be what it looks like on that day-to-day basis. During this component, you'll have a chance to read through a resource related to managing a project, and then reflect upon in your learning and implementation log 2 of the following questions listed here. Once you finish your reflection, please copy and paste your link, open up your component completion submissions form, highlight component number 8, and copy and paste the link to your PBL learning and implementation log. Component 9 is a chance for you to reflect upon your PBL experience. This will be done through your learning and implementation log. And then also we're asking that you please link your PBL experience here. Once you've reflected, please complete the component completion submissions form. And you're ready to move on to the last and final component, component number 10, which is our feedback survey. We value your feedback as learners at College Community School District, so thank you in advance for taking an opportunity to complete this feedback survey listed here. We're looking forward to seeing everyone at our face-to-face meeting in May. In the meantime, please feel free to reach out to us with any questions that might arise during your experience.